I am unboxing this ultimate solution to oppose the grid, keeping the solar energy within our home. The grid gives me dimes for it and leaves me sometimes in the dark, even when I have a PV system on the roof and a home battery on the wall. And now, this system, is it a really plug and play or maybe plug and pray? Well, I find this a great device, but also Rome is a fascinating city, if you know the way. Otherwise, you feel warm, tired and annoyed even before you find the Colosseum. I have the impression that EcoFlow makes a classic industry mistake. Their physical product is excellent and delivers what it promises. For example, I am now using this device off-grid with an air conditioner. But their documentation department is clearly running on a budget, like so many other products. With such meager user guidelines, customers are left in the dark. I will help you now with this information problem. This week was a lot of trial and error, and I want to help you to make the best use of this impressive, smart, whole home blackout and zero export battery. So stay with me while I explore this technical wonder that I was dreaming about a year ago. I am Norbert, energy engineer. In this video I will explain how to put this wonderful DIY grid battery to work without dragging you through a 45-minute video of dry theory. No, you will already be using this device in that time, because if you are like me, you just want to plug in the device and say, wow. But please do me a favor. If you indeed want to keep your electrons at home and keep also your air conditioning running, then take a look at my quick start guide and consider supporting my work with a modest contribution. After all, by improving your unboxing experience, I am giving you triple value. You will be using this amazing system in just half an hour. Many people are intimidated by difficult tech, and this guide will enable them to finally reap the rewards and also join the party. I save you the headache and avoid that you put the machine back in the box. A bit better than putting the device back in the box is to use it only for 10%. I know a lot of people that buy a smart TV and use only 8 buttons on the remote control. The best is to start with those 10% and explore the secrets until you use it at least 80%. Now let's see some examples. This is a beast of a DIY home power system at a low cost, considering the many functions. Let's start simple. We are now testing the off-grid function. Look how effortlessly it starts the air conditioner and runs it on pure battery power. You need an inverter AC that has a soft start. All not too old ACs have this. With a full battery you run it 2 or 3 hours. But please set the temperature to 24 degrees Celsius. That's plenty for comfort. This outlet can actually also feed your whole home. But regulations say that you may not put your whole house on a plug and then stick this plug alternatively into a socket connected to your meter or into this socket here. This switch here is a way to do it legally. It might be necessary to call a certified electrician. This position is off. This here is a public grid and this is your battery. In this position you are really off grid. But it is so nice that you can just decide you can start slowly with a simple system and be a bit in both worlds, in off-grid and on-grid, and then you can slowly grow into the position of full independence. Independence Day is close by in the United States, and I hope that all my audience in the world will soon be able to celebrate their great Independence Day. Now of course we have first to charge the battery to start running the aircon, right? From grid or the sun. I will show you how to do that with one solar panel. The EcoFlow has input connections for 4 of them. And with 4 panels, of course, you can fill it in 1 hour. Now that energy is coming into the battery and we can connect it to the grid so that it can mix its energy with the energy of your supplier. And that's very practical because you bring the energy from the PV panels into the battery and then into the whole house, not just to these two outlets. But then the next problem is that you want to use all these electrons yourself without sending it to the street. And now you must consider a little bit of statistics. There are many moments that your house is consuming 100 watts or more, and many less moments that consumption goes over 1000 watts. So if you feed constantly a low power into your grid, like 200 watts, then you have much less chances to send solar into the public grid. Every time that you increase the power with 100 watts, you will have more chances to lose your energy, as you see in the picture. Now with just one panel of 430 watts, I can make about 2 kWh per day with a good sun and smear that out over 10 hours of 200 watts. And that will compensate for the refrigerator, router and standby consumers. Well, not perfectly to the watt, but at least it is super simple for your first experiment with this device. And already much better than the feed-in that just follows your production. So this is the simplest way to keep your electrons at home. Now look here how it is done on the phone. We define in the application a feed-in base load during a certain time period. And you can define more periods at different power levels. During the day the panels charge the battery. And we configure the app so that a fixed 150 watts is continuously pushed into the house. But there are ways to improve this. And that's the next step, of course. A few easy and affordable sensor plugs that follow the consumption of individual consumers and tell it to this battery. And how to set them and how to configure them, that's in my guide, which you see in the description. I will also tell there in this guide how to charge the battery during cheap hours with a constant and modest current. In this way, your battery has a long life, 3000 cycles or 8 years. And then still you have 80% of capacity after such a long period, and you can continue to use it. But the most advanced way to keep every kilowatt hour at home is the sensor that sits next to your utility meter. It will balance the total consumption of the house with the energy from the battery, second after second, but of course not beyond the limit of the battery or the legal regulations. In Italy that is 790 watts. Without the app you are nowhere with this device. Something as simple as setting the charge and discharge limits must be done on the phone. It takes quite a bit of searching and for a novice, but also for me. And that's annoying. When you buy a new car or a new bike, you can hit the road immediately. With the app, you have to sweat 7 shirts, as they say here in Italy. That spoils the party. Because the official manual is really incomplete, I have created a clear step-by-step guide to improve your unboxing experience. It already contains the experiments above. You can find it via a link in the description. Look how many screenshots it contains of my phone to lead you quickly to results. This is a growing document, so if you buy it, you pay once and you receive updates. As I continue to explore the machine. One setback was the unique current sensor, the one next to your utility meter. Officially, the Shelly 3EM Pro is a compatible third-party device that can be used also for other applications like Home Assistant. But it was so cumbersome, even for me with experience at Siemens, connecting for years energy management systems in the industry with Modbus and other protocols. I thought this is a motivation killer for the EcoFlow user. I will send it back to Amazon and have already ordered the proprietary sensor of EcoFlow. That will make it simpler. Next week I will implement this central EcoFlow meter, and then you can expect a video that shows the ultimate dream of many PV owners all over the world. The zero export battery. You are right, grid operators all over the world are struggling with the destabilizing effects of so many variable renewable energy sources, and they will defend themselves, and we will find our way. I hope this video was useful. If yes, put up your thumbs, share it with your friends and subscribe. And finally, look also at my quick startup guide. And there's also video inside. And support me by purchasing the smart whole home blackout and zero export battery with the link in the description. It will lead you automatically to the product that is available in your country. I wish you good energy.